This week we read Parshas Shoftim. At the end of Parshas Shoftim, the Torah begins to discuss the laws of war, how the armies went out to war when the Jews had their own army, when they had to fight the nations around them. And one of before the Jews went out to the war, the Torah relates that the Kohen came out and the Kohen said, whoever built a house, whoever just got married, go away from the war. And there's one more person who was exempt from the war. He's a person who's a yarei v'arach levav, somebody who has a soft heart, who's scared. He's afraid of the war. Of course, it's natural that we don't want people who are afraid of war being part of the army. They can ruin the entire morale of the army. They're a disturbance to the energy that's necessary to fight and win a war. But the Gemara teaches us that this refers to something else as well. What does it mean, somebody who's scared? He's afraid. He's afraid because he has sinned. He knows that he has sinned, and he's not somebody who can be part of the war. The Kohen says, leave the war, leave the army. Why? Because you don't have the proper merits that we need in order to win this war. We don't win the war just by our own physical strength. We win it because Hashem gives us the victory, and Hashem will give us the victory only if we're clean from sin. Somebody who has sinned has to leave the war. The Gemara says, what does it mean, somebody who has sinned? What kind of sin? Was it murder? What kind of sin was it? Somebody spoke between the tefillin and the tefillin. What does that mean? When we put on our tefillin in the morning, we put tefillin on our hands, we say a bracha laniach tefillin. That bracha goes on the tefillin that we put on our arm, and also the tefillin that goes on our head. We're not allowed to speak between putting on the tefillin on our arm and the tefillin that we put on our head. We're not allowed to speak because the bracha goes on the entire mitzvah, which is not completed. If one has spoken, he sinned. He should not be part of the war. Wow, such a small, seemingly insignificant sin already exempts a person from the war because people have to be so pure. The Philadelphia Yeshiva, Rav Shalom Kamenetsky, added an additional point. What is the symbol of the tefillin that goes on our hand? Shema Yisrael, which is on our hand, symbolizes that all our actions have to be together with the name of Hashem, with the Shema Yisrael in all our actions. The tefillin on our head, which is connected near our mind, that our thoughts have to be completely always with the thoughts of Shema Yisrael paramount. Says Rav Shalom Kamenetsky, but that's not enough. They have to be connected. Sometimes we think properly, but then when we do our actions, they come out wrong. Or sometimes we do what we have to do, but it's just automatic actions without any thought. We have to think and we have to do, and they have to be together. Whenever we do, we have to do with the proper thoughts, and whenever we think, we have to make sure to bring our thoughts to action to do everything properly. If we connect our actions and connect our minds, and we're working together in harmony, the entire being of the person, that's the soldier that can go out to war for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This has been a short Vatayr on Parshas Shoftim.